Hey guys, Adam here, Bad's Projects, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own custom PVC camera rig. Okay, so you may be asking yourself why I'm even bothering creating a mount out of PVC when I can go and buy one. To answer the question is, I want to keep this cheap, and also with the existing setup I just don't have enough room to do what I want to do on my very limited desk. So with the tripod here and the camera on the top, I physically can't get in to see what I'm doing. It also obstructs my view, which is why I end up making mistakes, and half the time I don't end up talking because I'm so busy focused on trying not to burn myself with a soldering iron or not cock up the only one chance I've got to do something. So I'm going to get rid of that, and my plan is to create a PVC frame. Now I had a look on the internet and there's all sorts of options out there. However, the simplest option I think is going to be the best option for this, which is a 3 metre length of 32mm PVC waste pipe, which I've got to cut down to length obviously, 90mm bends, a T-piece and an end stop. Now with the end stop, it's I salvaged a lock-in nut off of one of the old tripods, which basically goes into the mount that I'm using for the camera. I couldn't find this size thread anywhere in the UK that was easy accessible, so all of this came from Screwfix. They don't do this size thread. I do M6 threads, but not the thread distance apart. So I've salvaged that off of this different tripod. That is going to go into the end cap, drill a hole through it, run it from the other side. It enables me to connect the mount for the camera. Once it's all connected, it should come up, elbow, come down, and then this effectively screws to the end. It enables me to have the camera facing down, gives me a broader view for work, and it also enables me to work better. Hopefully that's the plan. So I'm going to get down on the floor and do this because I've not got enough room up here. So see you on the floor. Right, so I'm on the floor, as you can tell. I'm having to use one of the tripods at its lower setting. The downside to that is you can see everything you're not supposed to, including the tripod legs. I could correct that with zooming in, but then it does lower the quality somewhat, and I'm already lowering the quality somewhat in rendering these because of the software I'm using. I'm not using paid one, I'm only exporting in 720p. So I want to avoid causing any more distortion. So I've already taken measurements that I need from the table. So the two front or side supports are 30.5 centimeters. The rear bar is 36 centimeters with a center measurement of 27.5. Now that's quite important because this T-piece is going to sit in the middle. Now I need to take into account that this is going to form part of this measurement as well as these angles, because the way they come in, obviously they don't come in fully, obviously you've got to take into account the bend as well. So I have taken the liberty of already marking the center point on this. So the actual length of this is 11.5 centimeters. So I'm just going to make a note of that on the side. 11.5 centimeters with an inner diameter between the two recesses of 5.5 centimeters. Now that's going to become important later when we come to work out all this. So I'm also going to take into account quickly these. So this is roughly 3.5 what am I doing? 3.5 centimeters. Again, this doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be bang on 56. It is just a figure that's usable on the table. So right, now taking into account that this bend, or this actual port here, isn't actually centered to the rest of that, and you can tell that if I actually place it on these two lines here. The center line is there and it's off slightly. Now I know this isn't centered, but if I do put that centered, then you can actually tell that it's not actually in the center. So this pipe is actually going to be shorter than this length over here. So to take that into calculation, I need to measure between the recess and the line, which is roughly 4 centimeters. I'm actually going to put this over on this lot here so I know what it is. So the inside measurement is 4 centimeters, and the remaining side is roughly 1.5. I'll draw an arrow so I know which way these refer to. So first of all, we need to take off 4 centimeters off of the 27.5, which gives us 23.5. So I'm going to mark that down here. And then we need to take 1.5 off of 27, which gives 26 exactly. Now I also need to take into account this diameter which I've measured, which is 3.5. So I need to take 3.5 off of this, which is 20 centimeters exactly. And then on this one, it is going to be, what are we taking off? 3.5 is going to be 22.5 centimeters. So I need to cut a length 20 centimeters and a length 22.5 centimeters. So that should become a combined of 42.5 centimeters, with the rest being made up of the bits that account for this already. So I'm going to go and cut the pipes down to size, and I will be back once they're done. See you in a minute. 10-20 minutes later, and a ton of mess. I would highly recommend, if you are going to be cutting this, that you do it outside, because all the plastic goes static and just gets stuck to everything and goes everywhere, and it's all over the blade still, and it's all good fun though. So everything's cut to length. I've also taken the liberty of cutting a longer piece for the upright, which will connect into here to go up to the top, along with the connector for that, a 9-degree connector. Fortunately, I don't need the camera too far out, so the small offcut and the end piece that shall go in. Now, I've actually gone for a removable end cap rather than a solvent based connector. Reason being is I want to be able to take this off and retrieve the nut that is in it, to potentially make more of these and connect this directly to it, or if I need to remove it and into another fitting if I make something else. So that is the sole reason that that is a compression fitting. And I made a bit of a mistake as well. So when I was in Screwfix getting all this, I was looking for the cheapest possible way of doing it. Now these, a pack of 3 are cheaper than a pack of 5 90-degree angles. So I could have got 6 of these and then ended up using these in the end and ending up with holes. But I thought I'd make it slightly neater by using the right angle bend, spending a bit more money, and do that. The problem is, there are 3 different types of this pipe in Screwfix. There is stuff designed for solvent cement, there are push fit connectors, and then there was universal. So I went for the universal stuff, which I bought. However, looking in the catalogue, it says universal, but online it actually says push fit. And the ends I went for are obviously cement based. Now I can only assume that the tolerance on the push fit stuff is less than the cement stuff, because there is quite a bit of play in these, so I'm not entirely sure if this is all going to hold together the way I hope it is. My plan is to really force them in there so it goes right into the recess, and then literally just cake these in solvent cement. I mean, I've got enough of it, so hopefully be able to hold all these together. So it'll be fun. So first on my list is to get these all glued together. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Now I'm just going to put a small amount, in fact actually, what do you have to do? Do you have to shake this up at all? Directions for use: do not dilute steel, surface bond made dry, clean, go through clean. Apply an even layer of cement on both surfaces and join together immediately. Hold joint for access, joint should be not still for at least 10 minutes. After, okay, 12 pounds pressure. Even amount all the way around. I can apply. I mean, at the end of the day, this isn't going to be having water or anything go in it, so. Like I said, my concern is the distance between these, so this might not be completely level. And that's kind of good. Downside to using too much. Right, let's get this in, I can wipe that off. So, take this in. Yeah, loads of it. Oh God, this stuff stinks. Right, and something I should have thought of beforehand, I need to get something to wipe off the excess. Back in a moment. Lots of toilet tissue later. Oh, this stuff's so toxic. It's taking the old lettering off the PVC pipe. Right, let's get this off of the mat as well before it burns all through it. Yeah, that ain't normal. Maybe I should have used a different mat for this. The wife will kill me because it's her mat. Oh dear. Get that out of bed before that dries. Right. So I'm going to try and push these level. I said these are not perfect. There is quite a bit of play. However, if I can actually keep these roughly square, then even better. And that does seem to be holding a little bit. Let's go and squash some more down the sides. Now, I'm not looking for a professional plumber finish for this, and to be fair, it was never going to be once I realised that the sizes were wrong. But I do want it to hold together, at the very least. So some spare piece of paper. Right, I will finish this off because it's going to take a while, and then I will come back.
One eternity later.
Hey guys, so it is a whole day later, and you can tell because I'm wearing a different t-shirt. That's not unsurprising though, because the amount of glue I had to use on these just to get these to stick was quite a lot. I think I've probably used about half of this. Now that is only because, as I mentioned previously, there was more tolerance in play in these connectors than I'd guessed, and that was only because I assumed that I'd got the wrong pipe. But lesson learnt for next time. I'll spend a bit more money and actually get the ones that I'm supposed to. However, they are all FloPlast pipe. So yeah, so the only thing I can assume is it's the tolerance in these when using with a push fit connector. But again, that doesn't matter. So it's come out all right, to be fair. Getting things square and level were a pain because of the amount of glue that I had to use to sit these into the connectors. Now I could have just gone and got the correct size pipe for it, but I'd already cut all that to size, and this was a cheap project anyway, so it is what it is. I mean, I had the glue to do it, so it doesn't matter. The only things I would note is with the top mount, the further up the camera, the less of this you will see. The problem with mine is because it's so further back because of the small space I have to actually work in, I see the pipe. So in order to combat that, I actually angled this slightly, and it's also sitting up on the screen mount just to pull it forward a bit to basically give the camera a different angle so it doesn't see this. And if I zoom it in 0.2, then I get rid of these as well. So I'm going to see how that goes. I'm going to try and get it so I don't have to zoom in at all, so I can keep all the quality in. I don't think it's going to be hard. I think it's just moving the camera into the correct position to be able to get all this out of view. So yeah, I'm happy with it. As I said, it's a cheap thing, but anything's better than having a tripod in my legs and getting in my way. So next video I will do, which will be the three-way fan connector, will be done on this, and hopefully should see an improvement in my work, maybe. But for now, it will do. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, I would appreciate that. And as always, take care.